to get hold of Ibrahim Traore, trying to pin him down, planning and plotting a lot of evil way to take him off, to make sure that they delete him on the surface of the earth. It's not hidden. If you doubt me, if anybody doubts me on conversation, then I will bring a recent move from the from Westerners on how to pin the man. But I'm not here to talk about this. We don't even talk about it much here on this platform. But why I'm bringing this one is because it has to do with the Biafran Prime Minister. It has to do with the USB government. Not that it's damaging anything in the government, but my concern are our brothers and sisters that are head-bent on his platform, watching and believing those things that he's saying. It is not true, and it can never ever be true. Ibrahim Traore, I'm not here to tell you that he hates PM. No, I'm not here to tell you that he don't know about PM. He understands everything going on, but the man also needs support. Because anybody that appears like Master Americano, PM, Prime Minister Ekpa, like now Ibrahim Traore, if you are a leader of any country in Africa and somehow you're able to have the welfare of your people in your mind, you are out to do good things for them. In fact, you care and you have a very positive plan to build a decent nation, progressive country. The West will come against you. Why? Because for you to maintain that kind of standard of living or development in Africa, it is kind of taking something that the Westerners are enjoying from them, even though the resources is yours. So it's not something that anybody can just, okay, let me overlook it, it's true. No. How can this guy come out and tell us that Ibrahim Traore landed in Finland? He landed in Finland, he went to Lati because of, I don't want to play it here, but everything there is just like, he's a very good storyteller. Like, to me, I think the best, he's missing his profession. He should be a writer, like fiction stories that does not exist. You could just create it and put it to maybe in Hollywood or maybe any movie industry to act it on your behalf. You can sell it to movie directors because he's very good in crafting message, just to pass message, create a story that's not existing and make it look like it is real. And maybe you can sell it out for actors and actresses to use it to act movie. He said that the story, because he saw that the post that CS made about USB government writing to Namibian president, and Namibian president have acknowledged the letter, as I was told. I'm not. This is social media. Now he used that. He said that Ibrahim Traore went to Finland and find out that this is not what he can do alone. He placed a call to Namibia president, and he informed USB government to write a letter to Namibia president, and Namibia president have wrote, and the USB have done that, and that kind of story. So if you want to doubt, you see the information that you already know that it exists, you will add it there. Then you push another lie. He add another story that exists, so that you will find it difficult to have a place to judge him. But first thing first, PM is not an enemy to Ibrahim Traore. PM, of course, is a support of African progress, just like he loved Biafrans. And that's why I said that God bless us with good and powerful leaders, people who understand what we want. And he gave us those two people that actually not only care for Biafrans, but care about other countries, the welfare of other people in Africa. That is why you see PM having, planning on how to assist Plateau people before, even Benue. But some individual from those states started calling him names and started kicking against that. That was the first time Royce, the one called Royce, said something that made me to feel like, are you sure you are in army? Because I could remember then when PM talked about going sending the Liberation Army to assist people in the plateau in the north and all that, he made a tweet and said he should come down and do it by himself. I can't forget. I can't just forget that statement. But that's a story for another day. So this idea of Ibrahim Traore flying, travel to Finland to meet PM to is a lie. I stand to be corrected, please. If you have a better fact about it, maybe if you're anybody in the USB government, if you come across this video, please, I need your clarity on that. Is it true that USB government is somehow in contact with Ibrahim Traore? I'm not saying you should let me know if it's something that's personal or private. Please don't reply. Okay, I'm just saying that because just understand me. I'm not saying that it's not possible, but it can be possible, not now that Ibrahim Traore needs support, of course, because we were told that even ECOWAS are struggling to get hold of him for Westerners. So him traveling to Western country to European country is making the job so easy. So they are looking for a way to capture. Maybe the Green Light TV Africa did not understand that Ibrahim Traore cannot travel to many places because the West are looking for a way to pin him down. Remember what happened to Gaddafi, Thomas Sankara. These are things that we need to always keep our eyes wide open to understand what is going on. Like I said, not that I'm not seeing news about the issue, what is going on in Burkina Faso, and the effort of ECOWAS, which is spearheaded by Nigerian President Tinubu. So this will tell you that, like I said, we are our own problem. Just like I said, Africans are their own problem. Africans are also their own problem because ECOWAS is working to assist the West, and assisting the West is a way to make sure that every leader that comes up must follow the footstep of the Western countries. The issue is that why is it so easy for them to do that? It is easy for them to do because the West always make sure that they plant their own stooge to enable them to keep on sucking and making the oil, natural resources in Africa, to look down or to subdue Africans in general. So Ibrahim Traore now coming up with a different mentality is a no-no for them. They can do anything to. And one thing about Europeans is that once they affect France, Britain will they will just overlook the differences between them and the French people. The same thing with Norway, with Belgium, with Portugal, with Germany, with Spain. All of them work hand in hand. Imagine what Finland did to PM. That is a way to a kind of collaboration because they believe once it's good for me, it's good for you.
All right, guys, welcome to Toby TV channel, guys. So, just like this man is saying, all right, so there have been some news about Simon Ekpa being taken to the hospital, Simon Ekpa being this and that happened to Simon Ekpa. Too many news, too many belief, and too many things at the same time about Simon Ekpa, Simon Ekpa, Simon Ekpa. But the very truth about it is that Simon Ekpa is very, very much healthy, all right? And some of the connections also that we've been seeing on the social media that Simon Eba came in alliance with this person, this one and that. Most of those things, we just want to let you Biafrans know that most of all these things are not actually true. The very reason why I said that is because Simon Eba has been restricted from doing most of the things he's been doing, even though he's not like completely confined in a place like a criminal. You they get. All right, so I just want you guys to pay attention, listen to all the details and everything this man actually explained in this particular video update, so that you get a clearer understanding on what is going on with Simon Ekpa and the USB government.
Don't I have maybe unnecessary hatred to anything about the person to bring it on platform to make you to start hating the person. That's not the way to go forward. So I don't want to I don't want to entertain that kind of thing. My problem, like I said, is you lying to our people, because you cannot feed our people with falsehood at the same time making cashing out with from USB or from government. That is what I don't like. So you that are watching the video, one of the reasons why I wanted to like the video is for this video to get to anybody watching him to understand that 99% of what he's saying about USB government is false. The only thing I can tell you categorically clear here that he got right is that the whole world, all the international media, understand that the only government Biafran has now is USB government. They keep on talking using USB government, which is understandable. And I believe that is the way to go. If a media, be it Nigerian, in diaspora, anywhere you are, understand that the USB government is the only government. If they say otherwise, let them prove it. Prove it, because I don't want to entertain this idea of, oh, what is government PM built? USB government was built by PM. Some of us overlook that when these people say keep questioning you. Oh, but PM, he made a government. He created this government, the government that he left behind. USB government was done and dusted by PM. The only thing that remains is the declaration, and that declaration, getting to the point of that, they think because they don't know the plan that he has led to declare. Some of them think that after declaring Biafra, he started building this department of this, department of that. He has already done all those things, waiting for the pronouncement, and CS pronounced it on his behalf and on behalf of every Biafran that casted their self-referendum. So it's as simple as that. I don't want this notion that's a flying on social media, from Ogen camp and all that, lying to people. So what I'm trying to say is, let me not just go to Ogen now, because that PM and lawyer, okay, that they're trying to. That's the way you put this kind of story, which are not false. That the new lawyer that PM hired, okay, is now went to court. They went to court and they gave PM list of options to choose. One is not to broadcast, not to you have to that he must. They kind of pushing him to drop anything about Biafran and start preaching for one Nigeria. That PM refused. Then again, he said that they gave him 5 options. He have already accepted 3 and refused 2. So, and you said that this Monday, okay, this past Monday will be, very, 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 very important. That is the Monday. That is like this week that is ending now is the week that PM will finally make his choice whether to accept the whole 5 options or not. You forgot that you said that just last week, right? And until now, you did not continue your news on that. Because when you dish it out, their friend also sent it to me. Oh, Mars, is it true? Can you report? Is it true? Can you verify this? But you know that it's not true. Why are you dishing it out? This option that this guy is talking about happened when the first time they interrogated PM. Before the first time, and everything went the way happened the way it happened. Finland is not holding PM because of any crime that he commits. It is just Western interest. That's if you don't know, please begin to understand what is happening. It's not about Finland and Biafra. It's about Finland and those their co-Western country counterpart like France and Britain, all of them, because they have EU, that's the European Union. They understand what they're doing. So it's about their interest in Africa. So anything that's going to jeopardize that or going to slow their way of sucking and making gas and natural resources, uranium and gold and silver and all that, they will fight it. They will throw their so-called human rights away, and the human rights will turn to economic rights. Do you understand? That's what is going on. So we understand it, and I'm not here to tell you anything that you don't know. If you doubt me, like I said, do a little bit of research and pay attention to every activities coming out and connect the dots. You will understand it better than I do. So that's all I can say about it.
The leader of Burkina Faso has sent a strong message warning to the Finnish government and also Nigeria government over the detain of freedom fighters. And he goes on to send message to the Biafrans, thanking them for their support and also called them to unite to fight against the detention of the both leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. He said, Africans, we must unite to fight against the evil power of Western world. If Africans want to be powerful, that Africans must come together to support the freedom fighters and fight for their rights. You see, one thing, I just admire this guy, and I keep saying it, and that's why the whole Africans are uniting, supporting him. This man has single-handedly united Africa, and also has changed the face of the way Westerners see Africa, African leaders. This man is so powerful that so many people are coming out to support him. You recall last week, the rally protest against his elimination, which so many people in the whole world, Africans, both in African continent, European continent, Asia continent, came out to show support towards Ibrahim Traore. So this is something that Africans must be proud of. And he goes on to say that if Africans unite, support freedom fighters, the Western world, they will be scared and they will be afraid how they take Africans or oppress Africans. So if these three people, if they were given the rights, anyway, Ibrahim Traore is there now. If somebody like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa and other freedom fighters that were, stopped or detained in their various countries, if all of them should come together, fight for African unity, fight for liberation of their people, Africans and African continent will be a better place to live. Only Ibrahim Traore is doing the job right now. And this is exactly the reason why they want to stop somebody like Simon Ekpa and our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So Ibrahim Traore have sent message that the Nigerian government justice system should do the right thing, and also he called for the release of Simon Ekpa from Finland detention. That all the freedom fighters all over the world, mainly Africans, that are fighting for the liberation of their people, but are being stopped by the European and Western world, that the Africans must come together to fight those people or country or their government that are stopping the freedom fighters to liberate their people from the hands of the oppressors. I know that so many people, Western world, and even some other agent of darkness, I call them, government in Africa, hate this man for speaking out, for standing for the truth, and for defending his country against imperialism, against all this Western colonization and the dominance. This man has come out to change the whole thing, and that's exactly what Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are doing. But they want to stop him. They want to stop them from achieving that. But one thing is this, and I keep saying it, that you can delay progress, but he can't stop it. The thing is this: if Chukwuka Abiyama has signed that Simon Ekpa and our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will come out one day to lead this freedom, there's nobody and there is no country and there's no other power that can stop that. See Ibrahim Traore, what he's doing today in Burkina Faso. They have tried to stop him several times. They've tried to buy him many times. You know, like the video I did, he has become the first black man or African leader that has escaped assassination multiple times, which has never happened in the history. But this man has made that history. And up to today, he's still there. You know, I always use him and use our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa as an example. Our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has escaped assassination as well, multiple times, because of what he's fighting, because of what he believes in. The same thing, Simon Ekpa. These people, I mean these freedom fighters you are seeing today that are fighting for the freedom of their people, the liberation of their people from the hands of the oppressors, is something that, I mean, that will happen, like to stop them. Sometimes I say, why is it that the world don't like good things and some people don't like something good? Because when you come out as a good person to carry a job to do, you will see and you will get a lot of enemies. And so many people would like to take you out because they hate what you're doing. They don't like your progress. They don't like the way you've come out to change so many things for the better. Because some of them that are today, some of these evil leaders, world powers, countries, are getting from corruption, evil governments, and all that. So they don't want any good person to come out to expose them, to stop that. So that's why today, these people you are seeing and other good freedom fighters in the world today are being oppressed. They are being locked up. They are being buried to enable the evil people to continue ruling the world. So this is a very great message coming from one of the greatest African leaders today we have, Burkina Faso President Ibrahim Traore. We'll stop here. We'll give you more of that. Thank you. God bless you all.